Okay, hey Math 90. This is section 1.8, and in your Hawks homework it'll be section 1.8, and it's order of operations. So it might be review for you, or you might need, to go back over it to refresh on it. And some people know it as PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or there's some other ways to remember it. But it's just order of operations. So in math, if I'm given a problem, this is times. I'm going to use a star for that. How do I know what to do first? Would I do the division, the exponent, the 10 minus 5? How do I know where to start? So in math, we have rules that we follow so we know which order to go. And those rules are the order of operations. And here is the order. Here's which way we go every time. So number one, we always want to do the parentheses first. And those will look like any type of grouping symbol. Oh, there's a bunch of them. So we see here we've got the parentheses here, so we know we're going to do that first. So second, after we do parentheses, we're going to be doing exponents. And exponents look like something like 3 squared, 4 squared, 2 to the third power, or 2 cubed. Anything with the base, which is this number 3, raised to a power, is an exponent. So we're going to do exponents always second. So third, here it gets a little bit tricky. We're going to multiply, divide, whichever comes first in the problem as you're going left to right. So a lot of people just always do the multiply first and then the divide, but you need to look at the problem and see what comes first, what operation comes first as you're going left to right, so as you're going this way. And last, add, subtract, same thing. We do not always add and then subtract. We look at the problem, and whichever comes first, going left to right, that's what we do. So there's your order of operations: parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. The last two, whatever comes first as you're looking at the problem going left to right. That's what we're going to do for 3 and 4. So I'm going to rewrite this problem, and we're going to follow the PEMDAS, or the order of operations, and we're going to work it out and see what we get. Okay, so let me rewrite that for you. So I had 5 squared plus 5 divided by 5. This is times 5. Okay, so if you want to have your PEMDAS order of operations in front of you, you can. So number 1 first, I'm going to do parentheses, which is right here. What's 10 minus 5? Minus 5 is 5. I'm just going to bring that minus down. So we're done with number 1. We're going to go to 2, which is exponents. And I do have an exponent right here. So I'm going to do that second. And what's good to do is just keep following the problem down, keep rewriting your work, put in the answer for that particular part. Here's the answer for part 1. But rewrite everything and include that, and then just keep it going. So 5 squared, what does that mean? You might need to review that. That means 5 times 5, the power tells you how many times to multiply it. So 5 times 5 is 25. So I'm going to put a 25 here. And I'm going to put my equal. So if you need to pause and go back and look at the 3 steps I just did, you can always pause the video and go back and rewatch if you get stuck somewhere. So if you're good, where am I going next? So I'm going to 3. Remember, I'm going to multiply, divide, but I need to go left to right. So as I'm going left to right, ooh, this comes up first. So I'm going to do this first. Look at this comes before that, going left to right. So I'm going to do the 5 divided by 5. And I already see a mistake I made. This is a plus 5 minus 5. Sorry about that. I forgot to bring that down. Let me get rid of that. So times 5 minus 5. So ooh, you got to be careful. Okay, so what's 5 divided by 5? That's 1. And remember to keep bringing everything down. Okay, so I did the division is right here, and now I'm going to do multiply, because as I'm going left to right, so I'm going to do this. So what's 1 times 5? It's just 5, and I bring down everything else. And now I'm going to do add, subtract, left to right, whichever comes first. So I'm going to add first, and if it helps you to underline the steps like I'm doing, by all means do it. So 25 and 5 is 30. And last but not least, I've got subtract. And 30 minus 5 is 25. So that's my final answer, 25. Good? So I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to come back and continue on with 1.8.